On today's episode of Watch Jericho, Godzilla. What is going on, guys? I'm Watch Jericho, and today we are still here in Jordan's insane car collection because, like I said in the last video, his opinions on cars matter, and he told me this car was excellent and I should buy it, and I got a crazy deal on it. I'm not even going to talk about what I paid for it, but we're going to say that it was considerably cheaper than what was paid for it when it was imported.
Oh, no doubt.
Like,
no doubt.
Considerably, and it's much nicer now. So, this is a 1990 Nissan Skyline GTR, real GTR, not a GTS or anything. The good old R32, and this is a full, like, Japan spec build. All the Japanese stuff that they did is still left in here, and I haven't driven it or anything. I've heard it run one time, but we're here to discover this car together. Montu Motors imported this thing. It's very easy to find on their website if you guys want to look it up. I might even throw the link in there, but you know, they import nice cars. It's really, really clean, other than the fact that I need to find these seals. That might be kind of hard to find there. But just repainted. You guys can take a look at the paint job. It's really nice. And of course, right-hand drive. Really clean interior. Door cards, they're not falling apart. You know, this first layer always falls off. Not falling off yet, so it hasn't had a bunch of skin oil on it or anything like that. This is a Kenwood system, the active speaker thing, which I think is gonna come out because the head unit is gone. And I'm really excited about this. It has a huge enclosure in the door, like Bose would do. Big plastic thing, it runs all the way up through here. We'll figure out something on that. We're gonna do something nice because the double din or whatever was in there is gone. So anyway, perfect carpets. You guys can see Skyline logos aren't worn off, hasn't had a bunch of foot traffic in this car. It's caged. Because race car, we're just getting into like the little stuff first here. Nice seats. I'm so excited about this. There's all the badges if you're wondering where they're at. And here we have, what external temp? I don't even know what that is, but we have boost, a wideband, a really cool old wideband, and like a typical R32 with a Momo steering wheel. Anyway, that part's pretty cool. We've got some Yokohama Advans on the back, great tire on the back. On the front, we have a joke of a tire. You guys have probably never even seen this before, but a Bravarius. It's like if Barabbas had a brand or a bratwurst or something like that. AP Racing brakes, really, really cool. And now it's time to get into the race car stuff. So, you actually know like all of these parts. I'm not like that deep into the JDM stuff, but I do know this thing is nasty.
So it is. It made like 600 wheel. It made a good amount of power. There's a lot of like Japanese stuff when it comes over that's just kind of always weird, right? Like excessive vacuum, you know, oil relocation kit, and that's kind of why I thought this thing would be up your alley, just because you're such a sweat equity guy and you knock stuff out.
It's a project.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a project, but you know, extremely rare, like Greddy single turbo kit. That's been discontinued. I just think with new powder coat, you know, and like you were talking about doing some cleanup, it'll really, really shine up nice. And the 32 market is on fire right now. So
you told me the strut bar is like super rare.
Yeah, the Cusco was nice. It looks like it got some homemade.
They ruined it.
Yeah, powder coat job. So probably get that thing back to its original OEM glory. But a lot of really expensive, like discontinued stuff on the car that with a little bit of elbow grease will look good.
Super cool. This is a 88. The 88 mil turbo. It's a monster of a turbo. They said it was like a 700 horse car, but that's maybe on E85 or something. Like it never actually maybe like 700 at the crank's pretty easy, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's a respectable number.
Yeah.
The car was, when I drove the car, I was impressed with how good it ran. Okay. And like I told you, the paint was really good. Yeah. And then I, you know, it's obligatory. I had to give it a little sauce.
Yes.
And dude, when the gate opened, I was like terrified. Yeah. I could not believe how fast the car was. Oh, it caught me by surprise.
The turbo kit itself is from Trust, right?
Yeah, it's Trust turbo kit, Trust intercooler kit. So a lot of the hard parts, man, are just really, really high end, high quality. Yes. Hard to find now.
Ah, there you can see the Trust logos in that thing.
Yeah, on the end tanks there.
Really nice.
Headlights are nice and clear. Quarter markers are still really nice.
Yeah, they're not clear.
The underhood's nice.
Yep, underhood's pretty nice. I mean, there's a lot of work to do here. This is where we're gonna like concentrate on this project. This is a very long-term project. I just want to kind of take it back to what it should be. And maybe we'll put wheels on it because these wheels are a bit torn up. they're okay, but there's nicks on that back one, just a few issues. Spoiler's gone. The spoiler up and disappeared, which is unfortunate. Let's hop in the trunk here. The old Nissan style one where you lift up for the gas and then you push down for the trunk, which is super funny. Oh, the other way. I did that backwards. But the trunk didn't open. You might need to... Oh yeah, the key's hilarious, huh? Snap-on screwdriver. It don't work.
It opened, I opened it, so pull up.
It quit. Oh well, no big deal. I can hear the cable moving.
It was open. I sent you the video with it open.
Yeah. It's no big deal. I don't need to put anything in the trunk.
I hope not.
What exhaust is this thing? It's massive. That thing's got like a 6-inch tip on it. This is a Diesel Bros exhaust. Straight out of the USA. We have the rear wiper, which is a big thing in other countries. Obviously, we don't do a lot of rear wiper cars here in the US, but I mean, I'm so excited about this, dude.
Should be, man.
Godzilla.
The original Godzilla.
Yes.
33s, 34s, 35s were not Godzilla. 32s were Godzilla.
We have digital climate control. Oh man, this is such a throwback of a car. So cool. Look at this, all the writing on the mirror controls and everything. A little slimy, whoever detailed it.
Yeah, I would definitely probably do like a nice matte.
Yes. Finish.
Nice matte finish on this, but like you said, you kind of hit the nail on the head. This stuff is just always decimated.
Yeah.
All of this is always worn off. Yeah, the seats are like always faded. I feel like on every 32 I had seen.
And there's only 40,000 miles or something.
About that, 77,000 kilometers.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like this stuff isn't. This is the big ticket stuff that's hard to find. Carpet kit that's OEM that's really clean still. The center dash pieces are just almost impossible now. So the stuff under the hood is easy, like beauty work.
Sure.
But this stuff is
the plastics and
parts.
stuff we can't get.
That is what you can't find. I couldn't find them for my 34 Resto, and when you did, they're hundreds of dollars.
Oh
it's
man,
crazy.
I believe that the guys who did the paint, it was just painted, and they did a great job. It's really nice. It was literally painted like 2 months ago or something.
I think a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, it has no miles on the paint, and we're gonna put a spoiler back on it, which it deserves the spoiler. That's the car. We're gonna start it up. We're gonna make some videos driving it, but I'm gonna drive this back to Kansas. Jordan thinks my idea is iffy.
I'm a little bit iffed out on the idea. I told him to trailer it back for the record.
But I thought that is a lot of driving. That's like 30 hours. I mean, we would have been here it would have taken a week.
Yeah.
If I trailered it. And if I fly in and drive the car back, I think it's fine. And it's not like it's extremely low mileage. It's not going to hurt the car.
No, yeah, I think we're going to be good.
Yeah, so we'll just detail it again when it gets home. And it should be an enjoyable drive after we get air filters. One thing it's missing is those foam HKS filter pods. And it really needs those. You can see the maps are right there. It has dual maps, kind of cool. But I got to get something to cover up those. It'll be fine for a minute, but... Oh yeah.
No boost.
Make no boost, exactly. Baby this thing. The battery hold down's terrible. It's just a strip of aluminum. But we'll get all that stuff sorted out. Get some factory ones, which are on Nissans. They're the little J hook. We'll get that and the right brackets for the battery. We'll make this thing really nice again. That is my plan with this. Don't expect anything crazy because the car's already crazy. It makes tons of power. It's exactly what I would want to build. A very nice driver. So we're just gonna kind of stay in that theme and keep running going. I need to get this 700 horsepower car home, and I need to not get any tickets. So my friends at Redline sent over the Redline 360C when I told them what car I was bringing back. And this is, I mean, it's one of the few. This thing's insane. I can't wait to open it up. We're gonna use it all the way back, but it's got Escort Live integration. You can actually update it over Wi-Fi, which is a lot better than a lot of other detectors. You have to have USB. We're gonna literally hotspot my iPhone and update this detector. It'll have a whole new database of red light cameras, speed cameras, all that good stuff, right? It's got the 360 detection with all the LEDs. It tells you signal strength everywhere. Like, this thing is sick. I got the plastic off the box. It's magnetic. Congratulations. Do you need help? I'm just gonna go ahead and, I don't ever read any of that stuff. You guys know. It comes in a case, a very nice case. Open this up. In here, we've got the detector. I can feel that. Oh, that thing's a little bigger than I thought. Cool. And we have a suction cup, a nice, like, kind of GoPro style suction cup. These are good. they don't ever fall off, which is common with old school detectors. And then our smart cord, I would assume, with the mute button and all that good. Yes, USB charging for your phone. Oh yeah, that'll get me home. Keep the phone plugged in. Here's something super cool. This detector mount is like magnetic. It literally snaps onto the suction cup to make your life easy. And then I can route all these wires down through my gauges like so, and plug this in right here. Redline 360. Sweet. All right, let's drive this thing for the first time. This is my first time starting it. You guys get to come with on the whole journey. Oh, it's so weird. All right. I gotta remember how to drive right-hand drive. And I have to not hit that ACR. Oh, it's so weird. I guess this car is probably not that low. Mission accomplished, drive R32. I have driven an R32 one time before. It's the only right-hand drive car I've driven before, and they're really cool. Well, we've landed at the hotel, and let me tell you, a 700 horse GTR is a handful to drive. I was not expecting that clutch. It has like a 3-puck in it. It's incredibly hard to get into gear. I look like an absolute idiot driving it. I feel terrible. Like, everyone was looking at me. I was like, yeah, this is a right-hand drive car. And here I am, like, almost stalling in the road. And it like launches forward. It's like skirt every single time, even second gear. Ugh. I'm babying the clutch. Anyway, that's what it's like to get in a monster of a GTR for the first time. I've driven that stock one and it was absolutely flawless. One of the nicest things ever to drive. That is, oh, okay, time for bed. I passed a motorcycle cop. He was at an intersection standing beside his bike and just staring at me because those AP brakes scream and scream and scream. It's like they're straight up track brakes. And the whole time I'm pulling up and trying to like, this is all slow. I'm not like flying up. I like creep up and it's like the whole time, and I'm like, please stop squeaking. And then I try to get back into first, and of course that like 3-disc clutch is nearly impossible. It's like skirt. I'm like, no, don't get me pulled over in the first 10 seconds, car. But anyway, I didn't get pulled over. He had a not very happy look on his face, but I'm sure he saw that it was right-hand driving crazy. So anyway, time for us to go to dinner, and then we'll get back to talking about the car, or go set up the radar detector for the trip home. All right, there's the red line. I've got Escort live. Let's get this thing started up. And yes, I do know I need a subscription, connect this new detector. This is sick. You literally just hit a button, the detector adds itself to your Bluetooth. Wi-Fi settings, connect to Wi-Fi. And let me type in a password here. I literally just connected it to Wi-Fi, push the plus button, and it starts downloading its own firmware and updating it. This thing is epic. You know that means it must be running Linux or something like that. Like, that's a computer. Pretty sweet. Time to go to Cars and Coffee. Cold start. Little tensioner wine there. Gotta get that sorted out. Or my family. That's what I need right there. Give me 2 of those right now. A perfect, what's the retail in one of those moments? I actually talked to the guy and he was like, yeah, that's hilarious. Sick car. I was, thanks man, you too. I just hopped out on the highway and that like 488 and an R35 pulled up. The R35 was trying to race the Ferrari, so I got up there and we were 3 wide, but I was in 4th and I looked really, really slow. It was sad. Oh well, I knew I should have been able to hang with the Ferrari, but next time I'll know how to drive the car. First casualty. Apparently my vent flew off somewhere on the highway. Big unfortunate, never would have known. Oh well, that's kind of cool, it's still there. And I think you can buy those because they're on tons of these cars, so I guess I'm on the hunt for parts. I went and found that duct. It had been ran over like 100 times and it was like 15 different pieces. There was one section that was like 3 inches long. I was like, look, there's no point in running out in traffic to get it at this point. This car has no air filters like we've talked about. previously, and I've driven all over this city trying to find something that will work. And I can't. These are 2 3/4. There are no 2 3/4 filters anywhere around here. I checked Cycle Gear, thinking the unis would work. The unis are the closest thing I would be able to get to the HKS. Obviously they need the like HKS pod filter, the Greddy pod filter. Unfortunately, that's just like, that's out because those are pretty much Japanese stock things. And I went to all the motorcycle shops, 3 motorcycle shops so far, another speed shop, and then O'Reilly's. And I think what we're gonna do is rock the Spectres, because the Spectre is like the only filter that fits like basically everything. And I gotta get home with this thing. So we've got a 10 ratchet. Obviously, they've got tools and they've got drinks, which is awesome because I'm dying out here with this no AC. I was just sweating. And we're gonna try to get these on. To get the bottom one on, I think it's gonna be a fight because I have to contend with this bracket that they made out of some, you know, whatever that plumber's tape is basically. And there's not a lot of room in there. So I'm gonna take the thing apart, try to get the filter on, and then this filter will fit. It's just a really tight squeeze. So it's gonna be a lot of work, but hopefully it doesn't take me more than like 20-30 minutes to get this figured out. Check it out, check it out. We have air filters now. I was able to get these 3s down to the 2 3/4. Obviously it's not a huge squeeze. Luckily they're filled with adapters right out of the box. I had to take this one all apart, pulled all the bolts off the MAF, and then put the filter on, then put it back together. Obviously there's no other way to get that in and out. And I meant to put the black one on top to hide my transgressions here of not having the right filters for a GTR. But hopefully this gets us home. I'm a little worried about hood height. We will see if this thing closes. If it doesn't close, I don't know what I'm doing. There's no other option. Like, that's the only filter there is. Well, there you have it, guys. My first 2 days of GTR ownership have been eventful, I guess. I've had a lot of fun. I lost that front vent just turning a corner. Very unfortunate. I got air filters on it, and just the brake dust from these AP Racing brakes has turned the front wheels 100% black. Look at this. Like, here you go, concrete. Have some brake dust. Anyway, it looks like I'm gonna have to source some AP Racing brake pads really quickly for this car. I gotta get the right filters. There's a lot of work to do. So at least now it's a project. Also the synchro on 4th. I mean, the car it's really good, but I'm gonna have to put in a lot of work on this thing. And it needs a wing. Looks weird without the wing. It looks like the cheap one without the wing. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchtjrgo.com where you can get cool shirts, kind of like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. I do love it. And I'd make this like one whole video with the trip and everything like that, but I feel like the trip might be its own thing. Hopefully I just get out on the highway, there's no cruise, get on it, and then get up to like 70 and never touch the brake or throttle again, just sit there. And I mean, that's my hope. Very uneventful, boring, 16-hour actually drive. It's gonna be long.